Hello everyone, this is Kubra Mohammadi. I am a student from Shrewsbury High School. I moved here a year ago. And this is my first show. I'm glad that you're watching my show, Tea Time. Drink a cup of tea and know a person journey. I glad say welcome to my guest Ahok Leet from South Sudan. Welcome to my show. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Ahok Leet. I'm from South Sudan and I lived here in Shrewsbury. I am in Shrewsbury High School. South Sudan is a country in Africa, in the eastern part of Africa. That's where it is located. Thank you.
And thank you and welcome to my show. Before we start our show, I want to ask a quick question. What's your favorite book?
My favorite book is Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. It is written by Steve Harvey and everything inspired me. Everything that is done by Steve Harvey inspired me because he motivates people and talks to people about how to fight in life and how to be successful. He has gone through a lot. He has shared his life and he has shown us how he was struggling and yet he was capable of becoming successful. It is never too late for anyone, or it doesn't matter how old or whether you are young or old. What matters is that you have to fight hard, do anything, and you are capable no matter what. What you have is just to put your focus on whatever thing you're doing and you have to do it. So he just motivates me in all the ways and make me to focus on what I want to do, and his motivations keep me strong to focus on what I have to do.
Oh wow, that's great. Actually, I know him too, and most time I listen to his speech. He is really a nice person. And my favorite book is Becoming from Michelle Obama. As you know, he is the first black lady in the United States, and she inspired me to become a successful woman, and I love her. So, how you get in the United States and why?
Back in 2013, my country had a very, very tough war within my people. It was between Dinka and Nuer, so they were fighting each other, and it was very, very rough. At that time I was young, and what I could just see was a gunshot or everything, and my mom took my sibling and I, and we were running through the forest. I was just scared of how I will survive. I could see like other people were being killed, and I was just wondering, am I going to be the next person to die? And I was just so scared. We were running all over the night. It was like kind of cold because it's already night, and I did not even think about that. What I was thinking about was how scared I was and to look for a safer place. So we ran to the forest, and when we were tired, we looked for a small safe place, and my mom sat in that place with us, and we were able to spend the night at the forest. And in the morning, we moved deep into the forest to hide, and we went into the bush. We were staying there for the day, and at night we will walk so that you cannot be seen, and it will not be easy for you to be seen easily, and you could walk without anyone seeing you. So we stayed in the forest for some days, and we were just worried. We did not know where to go, and people were being killed, and the food was even hard. So we stayed there just for our safety, and when we heard that back at our home it was a bit safe, but it was not that safe, we came back, and there was a boat that was taking people from there to another safer place. So we left at the night. People do travel at night so that you cannot be seen. There were helicopters that were around up and they can just shoot the boats when they see them. So we traveled during the night and we were able to escape and go to a better place which was more safer than the place we were before. And we stayed there, and my dad was in Kenya to visit my stepmom. So at that time he had a small job and he was able to provide money for us to travel from there and go to Juba, the capital city of my country. And from there we moved. The capital was not, it was kind of safe but not that much. We kept on hiding from these people nowhere. So like we hide, and when my dad was able to send us money, we travel all over the night. You are just scared because you don't know when you will be killed or what might happen to you. So, and the roads were not that safe. So you are just scared all the time of how safety you will be. And we came to a place called Nairus, where the UN were able to take us from there, and they brought us to Kenyan camp, which is located in Turkana, and the camp's name is called Kakuma camp. We were put in a migrant place where we stayed, and they were able to provide a card. We waited for a card. You were given a card for you to get food and everything. So you stayed there in the migration place. We stayed for like almost a month waiting for the card, and it was safe for us, and we were able to be relieved from all these terrible things that I have witnessed in my country. And they provided a house for us, and we came. We moved to where my stepmom was and my dad, and we were so glad to meet my family again. And I was happy that I was safe. That's how I got to Kenya.
I'm very sorry for all that to happen to you. And did they allow you to continue your school there in Kenya or not?
In Kenya, yeah. When I came there, the UN provided a refugee school where you were required to pay no money. You could just go to school. And the war was not only in my country actually, but other African countries, they had wars like Somalia and other countries which were not in a safe place. So we were allowed in the Kenyan camp, and we went to school there, and the school was not that good. The population was, pupils were a lot and the teachers were not more. So the education was not the best that I had, because back in my, that I had wanted back in my country, I really wanted to go to school, but due to lack of money, I did not go to school. So I really wanted to have a better education, but as a chance that I have gotten as a way that I have gotten a chance to go to school, I was happy, but I did not get the education that I needed. So I was able to go to school, but the education wasn't that good.
Actually, we had the same situation. I am from Afghanistan. Afghanistan is a country there is always war. And on August 2021, the Taliban took over Afghanistan, and they banned girls from attending school past the 6th grade and barred women from working job outside of the home. And I moved to the United States because it was the only way I could survive and continue my education. And thank you for your sharing your story.
Welcome.
And how long it take to get in the United States?
In Kenya, we were still staying, but the UN did not leave us, like just bringing us to Kenya and being safe. But they were looking further for us to have a better education. So I stayed there in Kenya for almost 10 years before I came here. So I stayed in Kenya for 9 years. And in February, I moved here to USA.
Welcome to the United States.
Thank you.
What are your experience in the United States? Do you like it or not really?
It was kind of hard. I do like it, but the first place when I came in February, it was really hard because it was cold, and in Africa, the places that I have been to warmer or hot places. In the calm, it is really very, very, very hot because it is a semi-desert. So it rarely rains and it is just hot. Or maybe sometimes I can travel to Nairobi, and it is nice. It has a good weather, so it is just, and it is warm. It doesn't snow, and it was really hard here because it is cold, and I have never been to such a cold place here. It was really hard, and at first place I saw the trees were. I thought the trees were dead, but my friend told me that no, they were not. They will just grow again, and I was wondering how. So it was so nice that I witnessed such a miracle that the leaves will go and the trees will look like they're dead, and afterward they can just grow back, and you can just see the beautiful colors of the trees. I was amazed by that.
Oh wow, so that's great. How about school? Did you get into school or not yet?
I was enrolled in school, and it was so nice. The teachers and the pupils are so friendly than I thought. They just welcomed me, and they made me feel like I am part of that community, and whatever I needed, they were able to provide, and I just felt happy. Everyone was offering to show me around and to take me to my classes because the school is so big, and of course I could have gotten lost, but the teachers and the kids were like, they were just offering to take me anywhere, or whatever thing I needed, they were able to provide it, and I was so glad to be in that school, and I was so happy. Everyone was taking me around, taking me to my class, and I just felt like, oh, I was wrong about how I was thinking about these people, and they were so nice, and I was so glad. So I felt that when others come and they just care like the way I was, they are so wrong, and they will be welcome into that community, and they will learn to the best they want, and it is the best school ever. Thank you.
Wow, that's great that you went to school. And did you find any friend in your school or not yet?
Yeah, I find friends, I make friends, and they were so nice too. They were good and they are kind. So like when you find someone kind and they're friendly, they want to show you things and they talk to you nice, it is easy for you to make friends when you are like, you're just like them. You find them, you have similar things in person, so it is easy for someone to make friends quickly. So I find them, we have some personalities in common, so it was easy for me to make friends, and they're so nice.
That's great. And welcome to the United States. We hope you get education and better life.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching our show. I leave you to God, and until next show, bye.
Bye.